is News 3 Now at 6.
Thanks for joining us. Republicans can't undo the emergency order limiting businesses to 25% indoor capacity right now, but under a motion in a legislative committee passed today, they hope to get the chance. News 3 Now's Naomi Coles joins us to break it down. Naomi?
It's a bit of a technicality, but it's the first step to overthrowing that order. Republicans argue Secretary-designate Andrea Palm's order was illegal and that it should have been a rule, which takes an actual vote from lawmakers. Today's vote means the legislature is requiring the rule go through them, giving lawmakers the chance to overturn it. However, DHS has until November 11th to respond, so nothing would change before then.
So individuals are going to take precautions as they see fit.
Unfortunately, we saw today more obfuscation, more just trying to block any orders or anything around protecting the people of Wisconsin.
The governor responded today by writing Speaker Robin Vos and Majority Leader Scott Fitzgerald a letter. He asked them to sit down with him. Evers also called on Republicans to pull out of lawsuits against his mask mandate. It's been about 6 months since the legislature has passed a law.
Naomi, thank you. Across the state, there are more than 2,700 new cases confirmed today. 56 more hospitalizations. 18% of hospital beds remain available for new patients. More than 29,000 cases are still active here in Wisconsin. Now, that letter the governor wrote asking Republican leadership to sit down with him. Republicans had criticized the governor for not meeting with them before his latest emergency orders. The governor's letter today goes on to call out the legislature for not passing any bills in the last 180 days. He asked Assembly Speaker Vos and Senate Majority Leader Fitzgerald to answer a list of questions and to bring meaningful thoughts, feedback, and plans to respond to the crisis in order to ensure their meeting is productive. A St. Croix County Circuit Court judge has denied a motion that would have put the governor's emergency order requiring mask wearing on hold. Plaintiffs argued the governor could only issue one emergency declaration per crisis. The judge disagreed, saying when an executive order ends after 60 days, it forces the governor to re-examine the situation based on present-day facts and circumstances that make up a public health emergency. To weather, the rain has cleared out. Temperatures set to be cooler this week. Let's check your first warn forecast. Meteorologist Dana Fulton. Dana?
We've got the sunshine back for the rest of the evening, a little bit longer before sunset. It's already a little cooler outside, though. We're expecting temperatures to drop quite a bit overnight. Right now, we have a sunny sky. We're in the upper 50s currently. Those temperatures will be dropping into the 40s for our overnight lows. The rain that passed through this morning did bring a little bit of a drink to our soil. We saw accumulation totals about 1/4 of an inch for most of southern Wisconsin, but areas north of Dane County did get close to an inch, and some isolated areas where those thunderstorms kind of slowed down a little bit. We did see totals climb a bit higher. Overall temperatures for the week will be very close to average. We'll say seasonable for the next several days. Mostly dry weather expected, but by the weekend, we'll see a cooler trend building in. Those high temperatures will be in the upper 40s. We could see overnight lows in the upper 20s. We'll take a closer look at your 10-day in just a few minutes, Eric.
Dana, thank you. A scary situation on the Beltline. This was yesterday. A road rage incident escalated. Police say a 28-year-old man stuck his arm out of the window, gesturing to a driver who was weaving in and out of traffic lanes onto the shoulder near South Stoughton Road. A passenger in that other vehicle responded by firing shots in the direction of that SUV that had 3 small children inside. No one was hurt. Police later found an abandoned Toyota sedan with tinted windows near the Dutch Mill Park and Ride. They think it may have been involved. There have been 5 straight nights now protests in Wauwatosa since an officer was cleared of criminal wrongdoing in the fatal shooting of a teenager outside Mayfair Mall. That was back in February. The mayor of Wauwatosa says things are starting to quiet down, complimenting protesters and police for making each night more peaceful than the night before. Today, the Wauwatosa Police Chief Barry Weber said during an online news conference he sees no reason why Officer Joseph Mensah should be fired. An independent investigator's report recommended Mensah's firing because he's now shot and killed 3 people in 5 years on the force. And they say the risk that he could shoot someone else is too great. The chief says he disagrees with that stance. The Police and Fire Commission will make the final decision on Mensah's job status. President Trump's son, Eric, visited Milton for a campaign event this afternoon. He spoke to a crowd at Diamond Assets, an IT consulting firm. He called out the Democratic Party for wanting to pack the Supreme Court and reform policing.
And then you have Biden coming out, well, we want to reimagine what policing is. We want to reallocate funds for policing. We want to take the funds away from police and we want to put them into social workers. And so they're saying, if somebody's driving like 120 miles an hour down the highway at 3 o'clock in the morning, is the social worker going to pull that person over? Is that you know, when
Well, Ivanka Trump will campaign for her father in Calumet County tomorrow. Vice President Pence will be in Waukesha. The president has rescheduled a campaign visit to Janesville now that was canceled when he tested positive for COVID-19. We'll have more details on that visit coming up later in this newscast. Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul criticized the rush by Republicans to confirm Judge Amy Coney Barrett. Those hearings started today, and Kaul says it's much like they rushed in Wisconsin to strip him and the governor of their power after they were first elected in 2018.
But when it comes to fighting to protect the health and safety of the people of Wisconsin or the people of the United States, we have not seen that kind of urgency. And in fact, we've seen action that undermines people's health insurance coverage and that undermines the fight against the coronavirus. So
the Attorney General also praised today's ruling that allowed the governor's mask mandate to stand and called on Republicans to work with the governor to more effectively fight the pandemic in Wisconsin. A reminder, Wednesday is the deadline to register to vote by mail or online. You can register at myvote.wi.gov. You can also register in person at your municipal clerk's office by October 30th or in person on November 3rd at your polling place. If you plan to request an absentee ballot, state elections officials encourage you to do so as soon as possible. New at 6, Wisconsin leaders are telling Foxconn that it will not qualify for billions of dollars in state tax credits without revising the original 2017 contract. They say that's because plans for the Racine County factory have been reduced. State officials sent a letter to notify Foxconn today. Dane County board members are recognizing a longtime supervisor who passed away. Paul Rusk represented the village of Maple Bluff and Madison's North Side, first elected to the Dane County board back in 2002 and was currently serving on the Public Works and Transportation Committee. County Board Chair Annalise Eicher remembers Rusk as a proud Northsider, says he was passionate about serving his district and working collaboratively with area leaders to make sure their voices were heard. Paul Rusk was 65 years old. We'll be right back.
At Healthy Minds, we recognize these are trying times, but we're here to help. Our personalized care and expertise in cutting-edge therapies can help you maintain good balance and vitality in your life. We can help you and those you care about. Contact Healthy Minds today.
Donald Trump is lying about Medicare and Social Security. Trump's pushing to slash Medicare benefits. He's proposed eliminating the funding source for Social Security, a plan that would drain Social Security by 2023. Joe Biden will protect Medicare, and he's proposed a plan to increase Social Security benefits. The choice is clear. Donald Trump will cut Medicare and Social Security. Joe Biden will protect them.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Don't miss out on these great deals at Govan Cars Grand Opening Sale. Where can you buy 2018 or 2019 new body style Chevy Equinoxes starting only $14,995 or $233 per month?
That's right. Buy a 2018 or 2019 new body style Chevy Equinox starting at only $14,995 or $233 per month. So just hurry in today and ask for my dad, Don the Dealman Govan.
Or my daughter, Crystal the Pistol Govan.
You gotta go to Govan, GovanCars.com.
You were always the responsible one, so much like me, always taking care of everyone else. But this wasn't your responsibility. I already took care of the arrangements. The Ryans made it so easy. I didn't want you to worry about a thing. It's my last gift to you, my lovely daughter.
At Healthy Minds, we recognize these are trying times, but we're here to help. Our personalized care and expertise in cutting-edge therapies can help you maintain good balance and vitality in your life. We can help you and those you care about. Contact Healthy Minds today.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
About a month after cases were skyrocketing on the UW campus, COVID numbers have dropped sharply. The university system president thinks students are a big part of that, in addition to the system's ability to adjust plans on the fly. Amanda Quintana reports.
Right now on the UW-Madison campus, the 7-day average of combined cases is 17. Just 4 weeks ago, it was 161. And that was just a few days after having their peak of 404 cases in just one day. UW System President Tommy Thompson says the main cause of this drop is testing.
We're now testing 5 times more than the state of Wisconsin. and our results are showing direct correlation. We're down, last week I was talking about 3%. We're down below 2% positive right now.
That's one of several tools Thompson says UW system is using to its advantage right now. Another is quarantine space. If a student tests positive, they're removed from the dorms and kept isolated for 14 days.
It's interesting to say that in some places where the breakout is really high, some of the doctors and some of the hospital administrators say, it's really dangerous out here, but the safest place anywhere in our county is on the university campuses.
It's not just UW-Madison seeing a major drop over the last month. Smaller schools like UW-Platteville are making progress too. UWP went from 18 cases in a day 4 weeks ago to 0 on Friday.
We are feeling very good about seeing the zeros, but we know that can also change in an instant.
Public Information Officer Paul Erickson says although he thinks the number of cases are going down, the decrease is also due to the way students were tested.
We tested our students in basically 2 phases. The first is when we had some students who might be at risk that they might have been exposed, we made sure that those students were in first, so our numbers were kind of high at the beginning.
Now that they're doing more random mass testing and more than 100 students have gone through their isolation time, he says a lot of this success is thanks to students' attitudes.
From the very beginning of this, we said this is on all of us.
Thompson is confident students will continue wearing masks and social distancing, even with Badger football right around the corner.
The big party days on the university campus while this virus is still going on has sort of been put on the back burner. Hopefully it stays there. And if it does, we're going to continue to be successful.
Amanda Quintana, News 3 Now.
The Goodman Community Center has seen a large spike in demand for their food pantry services since the pandemic began. They're expecting a record need for their Thanksgiving basket drive this year. Goodman Community Center will provide 4,000 Dane County families with a full Thanksgiving meal. Each basket costs about $70. If you are able, consider picking up a few extra items at the grocery store in the coming weeks that you can donate. Officials with the Goodman Center also say financial donations go a long way because they can get items cheaper from area food suppliers than from the grocery store. For anyone who'd like to receive a Thanksgiving basket, registration is open today through Friday, October 23rd. There's a link to sign up at goodmancommunitycenter.org. Baskets will be distributed Saturday, November 21st through Monday, November 23rd. And an amazing end to our Coats for Kids campaign, 1,200 new donations on Saturday alone. Our grand total now, 6,609 coats. The cleaning process underway right now across Clinky Cleaners locations. Distribution starts next week on Friday. It'll run through Halloween. Next at 6, new COVID-19 test results from President Trump's doctors. Plus, Rock County officials encouraged the president not to visit in person 2 weeks ago. We'll hear how they're handling his rescheduled trip to Janesville. And cooler this week, but still plenty of chances to enjoy the sunshine. Dana will have your complete First Warn forecast next.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we live where you live, so we also wear what you wear, denim. And right now, all jeans are on sale. Shop our wide selection of the best denim brands at great low prices. Men's Levi's jeans, $35.70. Rewards members earn 2 times the points. Women's Levi's signature jeans, only $21.99. Special buy men's Dickies jeans are just $19.99 while supplies last. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
A woman who was young had COVID-19. I remember her because she had a bracelet that had the names of her children. She asked me, "Doctor, am I going to be okay?" And I could not give her the answer that I wanted to give her. There's no excuse for why we don't have this under control at this point. Joe Biden listens to medical experts. He actually has a plan that does the things that we should have been doing many months ago. And Joe Biden is not going to let his ego get in the way of fighting the disease.
FFPAC's responsible for the content of this ad.
When Joe Biden wants an update on the virus, he calls on the nation's top health experts. Working together for all Americans is what Joe does. When writing his healthcare plan, Joe Biden worked with both doctors and patients to make healthcare affordable by lowering premiums reducing drug costs, and protecting people with pre-existing conditions. Joe listened to both small business owners and workers to create his economic plan that cuts taxes for middle-class families, creates 18 million new jobs in his first term, and raises wages by as much as $15,000 a year. Joe Biden's plans will help working families immediately by making the super rich finally pay their fair share. For Joe, it's never been about ego. It's always been about the work he can do for working families. It's what he's always done. Joe Biden brings everyone to the table and gets it done.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Watching News 3 Now at 6.
Wisconsin is part of President Trump's goal to bounce back from COVID in a bold way this week. We learned today the president is coming to Janesville 2 weeks after canceling his visit because he got sick himself. Madeline O'Neill learned from the sheriff's office where it will be and shares what else we know so far.
Well, it's take two for a presidential visit here at the Southern Wisconsin Regional Airport in Janesville. A fundraiser invite shows the president will be here Saturday for a pre-speech reception and Make America Great Again event. 2 weeks ago, Rock County's board asked the Trump campaign to reconsider a planned rally because of spiking COVID-19 numbers. Trump himself tested positive less than 48 hours before the planned stop and had to call it off.
We did have some concerns and some conversations about what would have happened if the timing would have been a little bit off. Probably would have been a little bit more national attention to Rock County if that would have happened. But we're just thankful that it didn't happen here, and that we'll just be equally hopeful that it doesn't in the future.
The sheriff's office is working with the Secret Service on planning the president's visit. Coming up at 10, we'll find out what that process looks like and what county officials are saying about this planned visit. In Janesville, Madeline O'Neill, News 3 Now.
We're expecting more details like the time of the event to come out soon. This afternoon, President Trump's doctor confirmed he's tested negative for COVID-19 now in consecutive days, and at this time, he says he is not infectious. Well, if you've heard it once this year, you've heard it a million times. Wisconsin is the center of the political world, but as campaigns try to win the state, Amy Reed shows us which parts of the state they think are up for grabs. Amy?
Well, there's a lot of money being spent on Wisconsin right now. That's coming from ads on TV, Facebook, and Google. Already more than $40 million has been spent in the state just trying to convince you who to vote for. Where that money is spent is showing us where candidates are trying to play their cards, and it's not the only way that we can look at a campaign strategy.
No matter what they say about where they're strong or weak, look at where their travel schedule takes them. You know, the candidate's most precious resource is time.
Tonight at 10, I'll talk more with Charles Franklin to find out where the battlegrounds within the battleground are and how campaigns are trying to win them over. Some of those spots and the strategy for them is a little different than prior elections. I'll fill you in at 10.
All right, Amy, thank you. Getting a little blast of fall this week. Meteorologist Dana Fulton joins us now with our full First Warn forecast. Dana?
It looks like fall and it feels like fall outside now. Temperatures in a very October-y spot and the views looking fantastic in Richland County. You might say we have some utterly beautiful colors right now, maybe even a legendary view for us in Richland County. Eric can shake his head all he wants. He's having a cow over there currently. Heard that it was fall maybe in the area, and you know, we're just trying to milk the view out. Okay, I will start moving on, I promise. We're expecting sunshine as we look ahead through the rest of the evening. A little bit of rain coming through early this morning. Rain and some thunderstorms mixed in, but that's now well off to the east, and we're getting a clearing sky for our overnight. That's all behind a cold front, bringing in a breeze in from the northwest. So temperatures overnight are going to be a little cooler outside. We'll be falling into the 40s for our overnight lows, in the mid-40s early Tuesday morning. For Tuesday afternoon, plan on mostly sunny skies. High temperatures will be in the mid-60s, so a very October setup actually for tomorrow. Temperatures for overnight lows and afternoon highs right where they should be. For early Wednesday morning, yet again, temperatures dropping down to the 40s, but Wednesday is going to bring a little more cloud coverage along with it. Variably cloudy skies expected for the middle of the week with a slight chance for some showers to develop later in the afternoon and evening. Not expecting a lot of rain accumulation, but we could see a few isolated showers passing through late in the day. High temperatures again in the mid-60s, so very seasonable stretch. But behind this rain chance, it gets quite a bit cooler outside for the end of the week and the weekend. Those temperatures dropping below average after a October-y stretch for the next few days. Tomorrow, highs will be in the mid-60s with a mostly sunny sky. Still quite breezy outside, though, behind this front. Wind speeds anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour, so you'll certainly notice that breeze coming through. Temperatures in the mid-60s again for Wednesday. Again, Wednesday, variably cloudy, so not seeing a lot of sunshine there for the middle of the week. A slight chance for some showers late in the day, but then it gets cooler outside. Thursday and Friday, those temperatures dropping with overnight lows landing likely below freezing, if not in the upper 20s for early Saturday morning. Upper 40s for Saturday and Sunday with a slight shower chance on Saturday, but a better opportunity for measurable rainfall on Sunday. Sunday looks like we're going to get some showers passing through. Behind that, we stay below average. Afternoon highs will be close to 50 degrees with overnight lows near 30. So a cool stretch for us. We haven't quite jumped off the ledge just yet, but again, very fall-like and very cool outside as we look ahead through the rest of the 10-day. That's a quick look at your forecast.
And coming up in sports, the core group of Badger wideouts have experience. They just need to consistently produce. Why the latter is Paul Chris' message to his receivers. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I want a reservation for 2 pair of glasses and an eye exam.
Oh, you can just walk in.
I see, my reputation precedes me.
Actually, we do this for everyone.
I'm going to pretend you didn't say that. Boop, gone.
Unbeatable prices without the drama. 2 pair plus a free eye exam as low as $59.95.
Find your style with Patriot Lighting from Menards. Exterior lights enhance the look of your home. All Patriot Lighting outdoor lights are 11% off. Over 120 in-stock Sylvania LED bulbs are 11% off. These 4 packs of True Wave LED bulbs produce a less intense blue light for reduced eye strain. $8.89 after 11% rebate. Stop waiting and start saving with 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
At GHC, we want you to be safer at home. We have more ways for you to get care anywhere, anytime, day or night. Be seen, be safe, be home. We will get through this together, and we will all get better together.
We took a bad economy that was falling and turned it around. Trump took a good economy and drove it back into the ditch through his failure to get COVID under control, his failure to deliver real relief to working people. Does he not understand and see the tens of millions of people who've had to file for unemployment this year so far? The people who lost wages while the cost of groceries have gone up dramatically? Donald Trump has been almost singularly focused on the stock market, the Dow and NASDAQ. Not you, not your families. My plan will help create at least 5 million new, good-paying jobs and create them right here in the United States of America. Let's use this opportunity to take bold investments in American industry and innovation so that the future is made in America. I'll be laser focused on working families. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Stanton Optical is always here for you with our safe telehealth technology. You can just walk in for an eye exam whenever you need one, and your eye exam is free when you buy 2 pair of glasses for as low as $59.95. Find your nearest store at StantonOptical.com or call 1-800-STANTON.
Tuesday marks 3 weeks until the election, and a lot of you have questions about the integrity of it and how your vote will be counted.
State elections officials are hoping to put those fears to bed. We'll tell you how on News 3 Now this morning.
With Wisconsin COVID-19 cases spiking and state lawmakers challenging the governor's latest indoor gathering limit, local health experts are stressing the importance of covering your nose and mouth. Dr. Nazia Safdar, the UW Health Medical Director of Infection Control, says we've learned a lot about COVID-19 since the pandemic started. The focus was originally on PPE, but we've learned wearing a mask, even when you feel healthy, is important because the virus can be transmitted through people who don't show any symptoms. Dr. Safdar says with every major public health intervention, there have always been people who resisted, and the mask mandate, she says, is no different.
I think a requirement that people do it and then sort of argue about it after, given the urgency of the situation, is most important. I think that changing hearts and minds at this point is likely more challenging, and we don't have the time or the luxury of that.
UW Health encouraging people to share on social media why they wear a mask or a photo wearing a mask using the hashtag #MaskUpMonday.
The top 3 receivers for Wisconsin last season: Quintez Cephas, who's now with the Lions; Jake Ferguson, who's back this year, but he's a tight end; and Garrett Groshek, who's also back for another year. He's a running back. Needless to say, Paul Chryst is hoping for a breakout year from his wideouts, guys like Danny Davis and Kendrick Pryor. The duo played in a ton of games, and they also have big game experience for the Badgers. Now the challenge, they got to do it consistently.
Need to be leaders and guys that can impact our offense. And, I think they've been able to give us that. And, for us to be a good offense, we're going to need them to be, at their best. And like I said, they've all done some really good things. But like I said, for us to be better, that group has to be better, but it's in them.
The Badgers are going back to their high school days for week 1 of their season. Wisconsin and Illinois will kick off under the lights at 7 o'clock on Friday, October 23rd. The game will be televised on the Big Ten Network. The rest of their game times will be announced at a later date. The Packers are back to work after their bye week, and this week they're preparing for a couple of things. Obviously, the Buccaneers, but they're also preparing for the heat down in Tampa. Sunday, it's supposed to be sunny, humid, and 86 degrees. So to try and get used to playing in that, Matt LaFleur had the team practice inside the Don Hutson Center with the heat on high. And he's also reminding them to hydrate all week so they're ready to play in those high temps.
That's a tough thing to simulate. We'll do our best. We definitely had it cranked up in there, and it was nice and sweltery, if that's the right word. Our guys are going to have to do a great job throughout the week, making sure that they're taking in the proper fluids, because we don't want any problems on Sunday.
Day 1 of the girls' state golf meet ran into some weather. Instead of playing 18 today, they just played 9 holes. The Division I team standings look like this. Brookfield Central sits first with an 8-stroke lead. Wanakee 5th. Warrior freshman Izzy Stricker, Eric, you know that last name, is 12th after day 1. And in Division II, as expected, the 2-time defending champs are right near the top. Edgewood is 6 strokes behind Prescott for first. Crusader senior Grace Yeager is in 4th place overall at 8 under. Yeah, Steve Stricker was there taking some pictures.
Doesn't surprise me. They can play some golf in that family. Let's go to Dana to milk some time away from the end of this newscast after all those
He's
those
not
puns.
Amused by it.
I was moved by it.
You're moved. Mostly sunny skies tomorrow. Temperatures will be in the mid-60s for Tuesday and Wednesday, so close to average. A slight chance for showers late in the day on Wednesday, and behind that quick system, not bringing a lot of rain, but it is going to bring some cooler temperatures for the end of the week and the weekend. Highs by Saturday and Sunday will be in the upper 40s with overnight lows near freezing.
All right, Dana, thank you. Thanks for joining us tonight for News 3 Now at 6. We'll see you back here tonight at 10. Have a great evening.